We've witnessed the world's best magicians go head-to-head.
Oh, my God!
How did you do that? It's ridiculous.
Performing the impossible week after week.
Whoa. There is an expiring date.
Oh, my God.
But only 5 have been chosen by their peers to go through to the final.
Please.
Tonight, only one can become the next great magician.
Welcome to the grand final of the next great magician. Over the past 5 weeks, we've seen 30 phenomenal acts. They've left us mesmerised with some truly incredible feats.
Yes, and some even more incredible hands. Now, they've been conjuring up a storm. We started with 30. We are now left with 5. This is it, the big final.
And what a final it's going to be. They are the best of the best, and they are just one performance away from an unbelievable prize. Their very own television special here on ITV worth £500,000. A lot of money.
But there's a long way to go before they can claim that prize. We are about to see the most epic battle since the one at Hogwarts.
And that was a big one.
It was indeed. Now, there can only be one winner, and remember, it's between the magicians themselves. They will decide who will win tonight.
It's going to be a tough decision, but let's get on with the final, with a stunning magician and escapologist who's about to prove there's nothing a human being can't get themselves out of.
He wants to see my gym membership.
Some magicians think that doing illusions is really easy, and it's not. It's really difficult, and you know what? He absolutely nailed it.
The way he levitated was amazing, and for me, he was my winner.
How will you try and impress us even more if you make it to the final?
I plan to do a twist on an old Houdini trick, and it's be the first time that it's ever been done anywhere on this show.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Jamie Allen!
Thank you very much. I want to show you my reimagining of the greatest escape of all time, and it was created by this guy, Harry Houdini. And to help us, I want you to please welcome former police officer, journalist and presenter, Mr. Alex Stewart. Thanks, Alex. I shall relieve you of this bag which you've been carrying around, which is pretty heavy, isn't it?
It's very heavy, yes.
And it has a whole bunch of chains in here, which you were checking with us earlier today, and there's some handcuffs and there's some locks and stuff, and these are all solid.
Yep, they're all absolutely solid.
Absolutely.
I've checked them over.
Yeah, and also today we had a look at this tank, which contains over 200 gallons. That's almost a ton of water, and it's all held in with this lid, which is made of one solid sheet of steel, and it has these kind of luggage straps that go over here. I'll explain more about those, but give it a really good bang here. I mean, we had a good look at this afternoon, and these luggage straps, they attach to these straps, which are bolted onto the very base. And just for our audience now, you can see those really are solid. And also, this is full.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is full. It's not an illusion, and we've tried to keep it reasonably warm because I wanted you to be kind of comfortable when you go inside here. But it is full. And Alex, thank you so much. I'm going to ask you to stick around and help restrain us in a moment and keep everything real. Do you know that the average person can hold their breath for only 30 seconds? But it's around about 45 seconds to a minute that if you're under any kind of stress, you start to get into trouble. In a moment, I'm going to play you one of the only surviving recordings of Harry Houdini's actual voice, and I'm going to ask you, as he would, to take a breath with me and think to yourself, when would I start to panic?
My original invention of water torture cells, there is nothing supernatural about it. I am willing to deposit the sum of $1,000 to anyone who can prove that it is possible to obtain air inside of the torture cell when I'm locked up in it in the regulation manner after it has been filled with water. Should anything go wrong when I'm locked up, one of my assistants walks to the curtain, ready to rush in, demolishing the glass, in order to save my life.
Tell you what, that's for you. Wow,
What a way to start. Oh, my word. Now, there is going to be a lot of time to fill on the special. What can we expect if you do make it?
The big thing that we're working on is a reimagining of a kind of a book from my childhood, and I'm going to use the very latest hologram technology to take the entire audience on a ride inside H.G. Wells' time machine.
Oh.
Well, can I ask one quick question? Can we be in it?
Of course.
What a result. Let's hear it one more time. For Jamie Allen. Wow. You are only going to see the best of the best tonight. Right, there are 4 more amazing performances still to come. And after the break, an unbelievable double act who are experts at mind games.
Yes, they are. You're going to love them. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
I'm going to take such good care of this, Hannah. Orcs.
Welcome back to the next great magician. It's time for the next performance of the evening. Our 5 acts are literally using every trick in the book to win their very own special right here on ITV.
Right, our next magician has actually released a book called Tricks to Freak Your Friends Out, and I've read it and it works.
Really? How do you know?
I've got no friends.
Makes sense.
Please welcome Pete Furman!
10, so we've got 10 here, 10 here. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, sticky sides the other way, Joe. Sticky sides, yeah. I've got a chair, and I just want you to grab that. Wait a minute,
He was amazing.
And it's easy to forget that because he was hilarious as well, the magic was also very strong.
Incredible magic. A great magician.
Great magician.
Great magician.
What? 11, 12, 13, 35!
Let's talk about the final.
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
What have you got in mind?
I'm going to borrow something of incredible value from a member of the audience. It's going to disappear, and then it's going to end up somewhere very, very surprising.
Here we go. He's ready to do it. Can he? Let's find out. Pete Furman.
Oh, that's great. What I need everybody to do is hold up your hands like this towards your face, stare at your own palms if you're going to read your palms, and I'm going to need somebody... what's your name, lady here? What's your name? With the
Hannah.
blonde hair? Hannah.
Yep.
Hannah, you're going to be ideal for this. Watch your step. Join me on stage. Let's give Hannah a nice round of applause. little seat there, Hannah. Now, Hannah, the reason I picked you out of the thousands in attendance here this evening is you've got a beautiful ring on your finger. Does it come off there, Hannah?
Yes.
What is it made of? It looks silver.
Silver.
Do us a favour, just hold it up to the camera and we'll get a look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Bought by somebody special?
My dad.
Your dad? Hannah, I'm going to buff that ring up better than you. Now, what I've got, Hannah, is I've got a piece of specially treated tissue paper, chemically treated. As well as that, I've got a pair of surgical forceps. Now, you'll see what these are for in a second, my friends. I'm going to take such good care of this, Hannah. I'm going to take your ring, I'm going to wrap it up inside the tissue paper, make a tight little bundle. Now, here's the idea. I'm going to pinch the ring gently through the tissue paper with the forceps. Now, it's very important I use the forceps, Hannah, to trigger the chemical reaction. And I have to apply a little bit of heat. I don't want to burn my fingers. So here's the idea, Hannah. Couple of inches below the little package with a flame. Won't take a second. Like I say, not as good as new. Better than... Ooh. Orcs. Don't worry, Hannah, don't be concerned, because the truth is, your ring has gone on a magical journey. It left the stage, it jumped over the front row, over the second row, into the third row, hopped, skipped, and jumped along, and gentleman here with the spectacles. Yes? It landed in your front right trouser pocket, if you wouldn't mind, please. Front right trouser pocket. But it didn't stop there, because it... Sorry. It's one of my favourites. Look, it didn't stop there. It was having such a good time. It went a little bit further along its merry way, over into that section of the audience, bounced off the stage, and Hannah landed back on your finger. Hold up your hand high. Yes? This hand? On that one? This hand? Not there?
No.
He had it last. You know what? I feel partially responsible, and as such, I'm going to pay you back for the ring. I will show you a trick that is equal to its value. Now, Hannah, how do you feel about balloon animals? Because I can really bend and twist those. You'll get like Noah's Ark in no time. I don't even bother inflating them. Much we work here, Hannah. Every move's a move. Here we go. Around the corner, up the pass, we have a pregnant worm. There we go. Pregnant worm. Tough crowd. OK, that's fine. Let's call a balloon 50%. If I show you a trick worth the other 50%, we're all squits, we're all done, Hannah, all right? I've got a brown paper bag, and inside of the brown paper bag, I've got a couple of articles. I've got 2 oranges, I've got a box of eggs, and I've got a bag of walnuts. Now, I know what you're thinking. Even Ainsley would struggle with that lot. But we're not going to be cooking. Have a look inside there. It's absolutely empty, yes? Happy with that? Now, we're going to put one of each of the items inside of the bag. So first thing we put in is a walnut. Now, I've got to be careful with these, because nuts make me sneeze. It's true. Cashew! Cashew! It's a nut jar. No extra charge for that. That's all included. It's a deal. So, Hannah, look, the walnut goes in first. You can see the walnut inside the bag, yes?
Yep.
Fantastic. So the nut goes inside of the bag. Next thing we put in is a little egg, a little eggy peg. Now, I'm not going to drop this from a height, because I don't want salmonella all over my slim fits. But the egg goes inside of the bag, beside the walnut, like that. OK? So we've got a walnut, we've got an egg. As well as that, we're going to put in one of the oranges. Now, we'll put in the larger of the two, so the guys upstairs can see. So we'll put the large orange, it's a bit tight on space, but beside the egg that's beside the walnut inside of the bag. Now, here is the idea. Here is the idea, Hannah. In a minute, you are going to reach inside. You are going to select one of these items, and one of these items alone. The item you pick, your ring will appear within. If that happened, it'd be a pretty good trick, right?
Yes.
Be a miracle. I mean, I'd have to lie down at that point. Now, Hannah, pinch the top of the bag with your left hand. Beautifully done. Now, don't reach inside just yet. Here's what I want you to do, Hannah. I want you to consider each of the items. In a moment, you will reach inside. You will get exactly the item you want. You will scramble around and select the one that feels right. I'm not yoking. It's entirely your choice. So reach in now, you may exchange if you see fit. But scramble, select the one that feels right and hold it high. Hold it high. You misheard me. That's not right. The subliminal messaging isn't working. Right. Oh, wait a minute. I can see why you picked the orange, because, ladies and gentlemen, all of the other items have disappeared. OMG. Now, look, let's cut the orange open, right? I've got a knife here, Hannah, I've got a knife. Now, look, nothing in my hands except for the orange and the knife, yes? Now, you are closer than anyone, OK? I'm going to cut into the fruit. As soon as you see what's inside, you tell them, OK? So we'll go around like this. What's in there, Hannah?
The egg.
The egg! The egg. Now, this is either the worst example of genetically modified food that I've ever seen, or there's some hocus pocus at play. Now, Hannah, if I shake it, I can actually hear something inside. You can hear that?
Yeah.
I'm going to break the egg. Now, look, I don't want to touch it. You reach inside yourself. What's in there?
The walnut.
The walnut. Hold it up high so they can see. The walnut, ladies and gentlemen. Now, look. Yes, yes. Wait. Now, Hannah, I've got a little microphone on my tie. Just shake the nut. Something inside. Now, Hannah, stand up so they can see. Now, inside of my pocket are my crackers. I know you're wondering. Hannah, on your free hand, hold the walnut crackers. In your other hand, hold up the walnut so they can see what's what. Now, look, friends, nothing in my hands, nothing up my sleeves, nothing between my fingers. I'll level with you, not a great deal down my trousers. What I am going to do... Don't judge. What I am going to do... Happy, nothing, yes? I'm going to do this really slow so you can see exactly what's going on. I'm going to put the crackers around the nut and just squeeze hard like this. Now, hold out your left hand for me, Hannah, please. Hold out your left hand. I'm going to give you everything. OK, now, friends, leave it a sec. Friends, we had an orange. Inside of the orange was the egg that disappeared. Inside of the egg was the nut that disappeared. And inside of the nut, Hannah, if you pull it apart, you will see there is a ring. Not any ring, it's silver. Not any silver ring. Is it yours?
Yes.
It is. Hold it up so they can see. Give it a little turn around. It's the same ring. That's it. Hannah, you were superb. Thank you so much. You were great. Hannah, everyone, there she is. Oh, thank you very much indeed. Good night. Thank you. Oh.
They're on their feet again for Pete Furman. Look, that's lovely. Pete Furman show has a nice ring to it.
Oh.
But seriously, if you do win tonight and you do get your £500,000 special, what can we expect from you?
Well, I'm going to do a runner and just take the £500,000. No, I've got a few things planned to close the show. This is pretty exciting. To close the show, I don't know what I'm going to do. So, based on suggestions and objects from the audience, I'll improvise a closing routine to the special.
Well, is he going to do it? Will he get his own show? You will find out a bit later on. One more time, please. Pete Furman!
Thank you.
Our next performer is a master illusionist from the other side of the channel.
What, ITV2? No. ITV3?
No.
ITV4?
No, thanks.
All right. Haven't got that one. Please welcome Xavier Mortimer!
When we did the voting process, he actually got maximum marks. We couldn't mark him down on anything.
If I make it to the final, I'm going to be flying here on this stage.
So you're actually going to fly?
Here.
So can he do it? Let's find out. It's Xavier Mortimer.
Okay. That was El Guante. He's a very good friend of mine. Always here when I need a hand. And this was my elementary school backpack. You see the rabbit and the hat? I was completely obsessed with magic when I was a kid. Let me tell you a story. This is me, when I was just 8 years old. I was not into reading, writing, or arithmetic. My world was filled with top hats, rabbits, and other wonders. There was this one girl. I was completely in love with her, but I was too shy to speak to her when she was near. One day, I saw her jumping rope by herself. I took a deep breath, walked over, and I said,
"Hello. You're interrupting me."
"Okay, that was a great beginning."
"I'm practicing because I want to jump higher than anyone else in the world." "That's cool. But I'm not getting better." "Try."
I really wanted to impress her. So I've been practicing a lot. Let me show you. Well, one can always dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, Xavier Mortimer. I'll tell you what, I can't even skip on the ground, let alone in mid-air, and you chucked in a somersault. If your fellow magicians do vote you as the winner tonight, what can we expect from the Xavier Mortimer special?
I would continue to perform this kind of magic with blend with music and comedy. And also, you'll be able to see me walking down on the side of a famous building in London, like, for example, Big Ben.
He's going to walk down the side of Big Ben.
Oh,
there you go. A very special. Let's hear it, please, for Xavier Mortimer.
That was good. And now time for a quick break, but we still have 2 more jaw-dropping acts to come.
And then it's decision time. Our 5 finalists will decide who is going to become the next great magician. Don't miss it. See you back here in a mo.
Welcome back to the grand final of The Next Great Magician.
Next, we have the only double act in the final, which means extra pressure because you've got to know that you can rely on your partner at all times. Isn't that right?
So, babe, I missed that.
Unbelievable.
Please welcome Barry and Stuart.
Orange juice, some beer, some red wine, an egg.
My stomach has the ability to filter out the different drinks that are inside of this mixture. You can see there is nothing in my mouth.
Amy, I want you just to pick one of the hot drinks there.
Hey, Americano.
Now, they say 2 heads together are better than 1. Have you put them together yet to think about what you may do in the final?
Yeah, Stuart's actually got a very special power of his own. He can move so fast, we can make it look like he can be in many places all at the same time.
Now, the guys told me that we're going to start their trick at the London Eye and finish here. I can't wait to see it. It's Barry and Stuart.
We're not far from the London studios right now. We're right here at the London Eye with the lovely Sunita.
Oh, thank you.
How are you?
I am so excited.
Brilliant. We're going to have a race.
We're going to have a race?
To the ITV studios, because it's not far from here. It's going to be you and me against Stuart.
But before you go, I want you to take this board, take this pen, and write "Hi, Sunita" in big letters on that board. It's like you're writing a message to your future self. And you can put a little smiley man, a little emoji,
make it
whatever you
unique.
want on there.
Oh, wow, a lipstick mark as well.
Wow. Okay, the other thing we're going to need is a mobile phone. Have you got your mobile phone with you?
I do.
Brilliant. And I see you're wearing a watch.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Can I borrow it?
This has got nothing to do with the trick, by the way. What you're seeing right now is just a really polite mugging.
No, not with this watch.
Okay, Sunita, now we're going to race to ITV studios, but we get a buggy. So have a buggy, have a seat in the buggy right
Come and
here.
take a seat in the buggy.
Stuart doesn't get a buggy. He's going to have your name. He's going to hold on to that the whole time.
Hi, Stuart.
There's another buggy, and that buggy is going to be following us the whole time. But that buggy, it's not for Stuart. That buggy is for our cameraman and for our sound guys and stuff. I want you to make this really fair for everybody watching at home. I want you to be the eyes and ears of the audience to make sure we're not cheating. So keep an eye out on stuff at the time. You know, also keep your eye out on Stuart.
Yes.
Okay, well, wave goodbye to Stuart.
Bye-bye.
Driver, let's go.
See you
Let's go to ITV studios. You might want to hold on because we're going to be going quite fast. Now, I do have to give you a little bit of a warning before we set off on this journey. If you've had too much to drink, then this trick will be awesome. Now, what we've been doing, Stuart and myself, is we've been interested in the way that the brain experiences time, and in particular, that sense of déjà vu. Sunita, can I ask you a serious question?
Yes.
Have you ever experienced déjà vu?
I have.
Yes, it's that experience you get when you're seeing something for the first time, but in your brain, you think you're seeing it for the second time. It's really odd, isn't it?
Yeah, like you remember it, yeah.
It's like you're remembering something, but it's actually for the first time. It's really odd, isn't it?
Yes.
That's because the brain's firing off at different times. That's what's going on. I'm getting it right now. Hang on a minute. Sunita, look right there. Look who that is. It's Stuart.
Whoa.
Look, he's waving at us. Wave back. He's got a... It's your name. Hi, Sunita. Even with a little lipstick at the...
See the lipstick.
Yeah.
That's quite creepy, actually, isn't it?
It is quite creepy. Sunita, can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
Have you ever had an experience of déjà vu?
Yes.
That's the experience you get when you're seeing something for the first time, but actually think you're seeing for this. I've said that already, haven't I?
Yeah.
No, what's going on? That was an experience of déjà vu back there, because déjà vu is just a trick of the mind.
Yeah.
That was no mind trick, that back there. That really was Stuart on that carousel. That's because this is actually a magic trick.
Yeah,
and because it's a magic trick, I have to do this bit now because it's a magic trick. I have to say this thing. That camera right there, that's filming it in one shot. This shot is not going to cut away. We're going to stay on this shot at all times. So you're going to make this... It's going to be a bit like those people at home watching it are riding with us right now. And I want you to be quite vigilant because we're on a straight road from here to ITV Studios. This is basically the shortest route you could go to ITV, isn't it?
Exactly, it's a direct route.
You know this route, don't you?
Well,
So there's no shorter route than this.
No.
So can you be vigilant? Keep your eye out and make sure that Stuart's not using this route to overtake us on like a car or a motorbike or anything like that. It'd be really difficult for him to get by you without you seeing it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Ah.
What?
Sunita, he's done it again, hasn't he? Look at the yellow balcony. See that yellow balcony right there?
Sunita, your watch is slow, like you two.
Yeah, it really is him, isn't it? It really is Stuart, isn't it, as well?
That really is. But how is he doing that?
I know you're probably thinking of how it can be done right now, and I know what you're thinking.
What?
You're thinking Stuart must have or twins even.
Triplets.
But if only there was a way, I could prove to you that there wasn't lots of Stuarts.
No, but there must be. So he's got a twin brother, and they're all. But
actually, I can prove it to you. You know how I can do that? I've actually got a copy of Stuart's birth certificate right here.
How did you know I was going to ask?
I knew that. You see, it actually says right there, siblings, none, no siblings at all. And you've been keeping an eye out. There's no way he could have overtaken us, is there?
But also, even if he had siblings, they wouldn't have the card, would they?
Exactly. They wouldn't have the card, and they wouldn't have the watch. You know, the only way this can be done, he's the son of the devil, isn't he? Don't worry, Sunita, he's not the son of the devil. He's actually, his birth certificate says he's actually the son of Gary McLeod. So we're all right. Don't worry about that.
But it's so weird, though, isn't it? You know, like when you're in the horror movie and you're trying to get away from the
Hang on a minute.
thing that's chasing you. And then
Hang on a minute.
keep...
I'm being called. Look who's calling me right now. It's Sunita. You're calling me.
He's got my phone.
Hello, Stuart. Is it Stuart? Hello?
Stuart?
What's he saying?
Hello?
He wants to talk to you. What's
Look
he
at the
saying?
what?
Look at the beach.
Look at the beach.
Stop driving
Look
here.
at the
Stop
beach.
here.
Look at the beach.
What beach?
The beach. This
Get out,
beach.
let's have a look.
See?
There he is.
No, it's crazy. It's freaking me out now.
Look, there he is. Look,
How could he
so
do
if
that?
Stuart's down there, there's no way in hell that he'd be able to beat us back to the ITV studios, is there? He's right down there, so come on. Let's get back in the buggy. Let's get back in the buggy right now.
Crazy. Okay, let's go fast.
And we'll beat him back to the studios. Okay, driver, take us back to ITV. Go as fast as you possibly can. Because Stuart's on the beach, even if he took the fastest boat in the world right now, which is the Spirit of Australia, by the way, that can go at 317.6 miles an hour. You can still see him. Well, he's not on a boat then, is he?
No.
And you've been looking out the whole time. Nothing could have overtaken us. There's been no helicopters, no airplanes. He's not been flying on the back of a dragon, has he? No. And also, I have to say, this ride's actually been quite romantic, hasn't it, Sunita? Although you're sitting quite far away from me, maybe the date's not going that well.
Romantic in a creepy kind of horror movie kind of way.
That's my kind of date. That's my kind of date, Sunita. Well, anyway, you know, ITV is literally the next building, so keep an eye out. I don't see him. He's not overtaken us. I think that we might well have beaten him.
Great. So
I think we're done it, Sunita. Let's have a look.
Look, run.
Oh, Sunita, look. We haven't. Look, he's in his dressing room already, right up there. There's Stuart. Oh, where's he gone? I don't think we've beaten him all.
That's horrible.
Hi, Sunita. That's weird, isn't it? Have a look at your sign. There's your watch.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
And I'm going to return your phone.
Oh my God. It's brilliant. It's like being in one of those horror movies, you know, when it's like you're trying to get away and he's everywhere.
Are you saying Stuart's a monster?
He's driving the bus.
I am a bit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You enjoyed it,
happy to see.
Yes, they are here. It's Barry and Stuart and, of course, Sunita. They loved it here. I'm sure they loved it at home. So come on, Sunita, let's sort this out. How mind-blowing was it to see so many different Stuarts?
It was crazy. I mean, like I said, I actually started. It was like being in a horror movie.
You looked freaked out. You really did.
Especially when he was driving the boat. That was the worst.
Was that a compliment, being in a horror film or not?
It's a huge compliment.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Well, Sunita, your job here is done. Let's hear it, please, for Sunita. Can I just confirm, just in case anybody is thinking this at home, you don't have any twins, do you?
I do not have a twin brother, no.
So, listen, guys, if you do win tonight, what can we expect from the Barry and Stuart special?
OK, well, it's going to be unusual, our special. Imagine a huge arid desert.
Blackpool Beach.
We're going to choose someone at random, they're going to go on the beach and they're going to start digging. Dig, dig, dig.
They can dig anywhere they like.
Yeah, cheap labour.
Even though it's a spot chosen completely at random, they're going to find buried there Barry.
Alive? Buried alive?
Buried alive,
I must stretch. Otherwise, that would be the last trick, wouldn't it?
Let's clear that up. It sounds very good.
There you go.
Hopefully we get to see that, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Barry and Stuart.
Rochelle, this is it, your big moment. You are now going to be on the telly with your favourite magician.
You are so nice to me.
This guy really does freak Rochelle out. And you're going to see why. Yeah, in a nice way, in a nice way. So you go and get yourself off and get yourself ready.
Love you too.
See you in a bit.
Oh, thanks.
There you go. You're going to be fine. Trust me. Please welcome Zabrecki.
Rob has a great character. He managed to get a lot of effects into his 5 minutes. They were really unique, interesting. Also, the audience loved him, and for me, his pitch for the final was really exciting. So, yeah, for me, he was the winner.
Guys! No! Heart rise! Rob Zabrecki! What would you do if you make it to the final?
Well, I would use my special skills to make a personal connection with a live audience. In fact, I'd really like to make a connection with you.
Oh.
Get ready. It's Zabrecki.
I have so many things in store for you tonight, and especially for Rochelle.
Hello.
Good evening, Rochelle.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Cool.
Rochelle, this cup isn't yours.
No.
You're just holding it.
Okay.
That's all you're doing.
Okay.
Now, Rochelle, I sometimes use these numbered cards when I'm having a difficult time connecting with other people. On the backs of each of the cards are different emotional activities, things that you and I can do in front of all of these people here tonight. So, in order to determine which activity we're going to do, we're going to rely on the luck of the dice. So the die goes into the cup, you cover the cup, shake it up, look inside, whatever number it happens to land on is the activity we get to do in front of everyone.
5.
5. 5. 5. Yes. That's this one. 5.
Yeah. Now?
No time like the present.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh. Oh. Thank you. That's all you're doing. You can go now. That's it. You can go. You can go. By the way, I'm also available for children's parties. Before I go tonight, there's one final thing that I would like to do for all of you. I would like to dance for you. So without further ado, I would like to present something that I call an aberration in the key of C# minor. Music now! Shut up.
Nicely done. Nice. Now, the thing is, I was quite scared to ask this, but what could we expect from a Zabrecki special?
Oh, right, as a Zabrecki special. Well, I think in a Zabrecki special, I would go under cover in the real world and present some hidden camera magic, perhaps disguised as a fast food worker or a Uber driver, perhaps.
Oh! Right, there you go. Would you get in his car?
I would not get in his car.
I've never driven before, you see, that'd be...
On that bombshell, let's hear it for Zabrecki! I'll go now.
You should go.
I'll take my bucket with me.
Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, don't forget that.
He dances a bit like me.
That is exactly you. I've seen you at the Christmas party. That comes out a lot, that move. Right, that is it. I feel very flustered. We have seen all of our finalists perform, and there's nothing more they can do. After the break, they have to decide between themselves who will be crowned the next great magician.
Who is it going to be? Who's going to get their very own ITV special? Find out after the break.
Welcome back to the grand final of the next great magician. Now, tonight we've seen 5 amazing acts of the very highest order. They've pushed themselves to their limits, but now it's time for their toughest test yet.
They will be scoring each other on entertainment value, star quality, and what they would perform in their own ITV special. Now, as you can see, our 5 magicians are going into the voting room where they will discuss each other's acts and then individually give them a score. When each magician's individual act is being discussed, that magician needs to leave the room. Now, as they're going to be discussing all sorts of special magical secrets, we're not actually allowed to hear them. But to remind ourselves of what a difficult decision they've got to make, let's take a look at tonight's best bits.
I'm going to take such good care of this, Hannah. Orcs. The truth is, your ring has gone on a magical journey. What's in there, Hannah?
The egg. The egg.
I'm going to break the egg. What's in there?
The walnut.
The walnut. Hold out your left hand for me, Hannah, please. Hannah, if you pull it apart.
It's the same ring!
Have you ever had an experience of deja vu? Sunita?
Yeah?
Look right there. Look who that is. It's Stuart.
Whoa.
So,
The what?
Look at the beach.
Look at the beach.
Stop driving
Look at
here.
the
Stop here. There he is.
Oh, no, it's crazy.
Look, he's in his dressing room already, right up there. There's Stuart.
That.
Oh, where's he gone? I just think he's beating him.
That's horrible.
Hi, Sunita.
5.
No time like the present.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Very good night.
Right, let's do it. Magicians, have you reached a decision? Good stuff. Well, look, we started this series with 30 of the world's greatest magicians. Tonight, we saw our 5 finalists, the best of the best, and it's now time to reveal our winner.
Yes, it is. The next great magician 2016 is...
It's Barry and Stuart! Gentlemen, nicely done. Thank you. Well done. Congratulations. Well, you got the seal of approval from your fellow magicians up there.
They are up on their feet. Now, you've just landed yourself your very own special right here on ITV. How does that feel?
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe we put so much work into this, and we're so excited to make this show.
Yeah, and we really appreciate all the magicians who liked us enough to choose us as the winners.
Let's hear it for our next great magician.
Amazing finalists. We now have a winner, which means it is the end of what has been an incredible series. Now, Stephen, I would like to say it has been an absolute honour to work with you. It really has.
And I would like to say, correct. That is it from us. But one more time, please. Let's hear it for your winner. They've got the ITV special. It is Barry and Stuart.